What's going on, Bandit Empire? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a top 10 video, and the top 10 video is going to be the top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time. Now this is my own opinion, just a little disclaimer, but I want you guys to comment down below your top 10 WWE superstars of all time. So with that being said, number 10 is none other than the cerebral assassin, the king of kings, Triple H. Now, growing up, when I started watching wrestling, Triple H was one of my favourite wrestlers to watch in the ring. He's put on such amazing matches with opponents such as Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. One of my most favourite matches would have been Elimination Chamber, and it would have been the last two people in the ring would have been Triple H and the Undertaker, and that match itself was gold. It was such an excellent match. Now I might do a top 10 video on my top WWE matches of all time, so if I do that, stay tuned for that. At number 9, the People's Champion, The Rock. Now, The Rock, without performing in the ring, he is excellent on the mic. He cuts promos like no one else. He's no doubt about it a bona fide Hall of Famer. Number 9 is a fitting testament to him. He is no doubt about it belonging in a top 10 of no matter whose list. He should be in a top 10. Now, he's put on excellent matches. Again, WrestleMania 20, I believe it was, or no, it wasn't. It was even 17 or 18 when he went up against none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin and put on an absolute cracker, an amazing match. Excellent, no doubt about it. Bona fide Hall of Famer. Moving on to number 8, none other than the Phenom, the American Badass, The Undertaker. Now, again, another, no doubt about it, another bona fide Hall of Famer. The Undertaker, if you look at his career as that character, not mean Mark Colossus, but look at that character, The Undertaker, he's kept that character relevant from 1990 all the way up to this present date, the 2016, that no one else has been able to keep their character unique and at that stage ever. No doubt about it, going to enter the Hall of Fame. One of my favourite matches from The Undertaker is no doubt about it going to be him versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, the only match worth watching on that whole entire show. The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, one of my favourite matches of all time. Number 7, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. He's the only person to hold the World Championship 16 times. That in itself is a tremendous career. Throughout his whole career, he's had amazing matches with likes of Hulk Hogan, the Icon, Sting, to name a few. No doubt about it, he's a 2-time Hall of Famer. Hell, he was managing one of the best stables within WWE, within WCW, within the whole wrestling industry known as the Four Horsemen. To number 6, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart. Again, growing up, he was one of my favourite stars to watch perform in the ring. His mic work was not as good as it could have been, but he made up for it when performing within the ring. No matter who his opponent was, be it his real life brother Owen or anyone else, Shawn Michaels, no matter who it was, he put on a 5-star match easily. At number 5, it's damn true, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, the only Olympic gold medalist to enter a wrestling ring. And I mean the only one. Don't think there'll be anyone ever to be able to enter the wrestling ring and make a bigger impact than what he has done within the wrestling industry. I'm hoping he does return to WWE within the next year or so. He should, but that's still all up in the air. Personally, again, always excellent in the ring. I personally liked his best work when he was in TNA, believe it or not, and did the whole first run as the main event Mafia with Scott Steiner, Booker T, Sting, and Kevin Nash. Him as the godfather of professional wrestling was one of the best promo cutting stuff he's ever done, in my opinion. Number 4, and may I add, I'm a massive Owen Hart fan, and he is number 4 simply because, be it on the mic or in the ring, he performed. And yes, I've put him above his brother Bret purely because I believe he's by far better than Bret. He was able to cut promos, deliver in the ring, be it against Stone Cold Steve Austin, again his own brother, put on an excellent, amazing matches. His life was cut short by when he fell from the rafters and hit the turnbuckle at, I believe it was 1999, at Over the Edge was named the pay-per-view. And before I move on to number 3, I just want to say, Owen, rest in peace. Number 3, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. What can you say about this guy? Again, Hall of Famer. He's one-time Hall of Famer. He's going to be 2-time when DX is inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. No doubt about it. He formed one of the best stables within WWE, within the wrestling industry, and that was the Generation X. Now, throughout his career, he's fought behind the curtain and all this, had amazing matches though throughout his career with likes of Bret, again Stone Cold, his real life best friend Triple H, and one of my greatest matches that I've seen him perform in was WrestleMania 25 against none other than the Phenom, The Undertaker. Number 2, again another star whose career was cut short due to death, and that is Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. Eddie, no doubt about it, he was a former cruiserweight champion, European champion, world champion, Hall of Famer. Himself made wrestling great again, and that again is my personal belief. Eddie himself is a tremendous athlete, was always a tremendous athlete, and always will be remembered as a tremendous athlete, be it in the ring, on the mic, or outside the ring. Number 1, who have I ranked at number 1? If you look at all my top 10, I think it's kind of obvious where I've went with number 1. So with that being said, at number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Rattlesnake. Easily one of the most diverse characters within WWE. He was one of the ones that won the Monday Night Wars. Personally, I grew up, and it's one of those things, you grow up watching someone and all you see is this guy coming into work, beating the shit out of his boss, leaving again. He is no doubt about it deserving of the number 1 spot, be it on the mic or in the ring. He delivers, and personally I think no doubt about it, if he came back in the morning, he would be able to go like he did 10 years ago, no doubt about it. So guys, that is my top 10 list. Before I wrap it up, I just want to do a few honorable mentions. The main one I want to do is Mick Foley. He didn't make the list because, let's face it, it was stack-studded beyond belief. Another star, the Stinger, or the Icon Sting, or the man known as Sting, whatever way you want to describe that guy, he single-handedly held WCW up throughout the Monday Night Wars. Now, couldn't do it on his own, but you know something, he was no doubt about it one of the best performers that WCW had. Another one was a homegrown WCW guy, Goldberg. He didn't make the list. I'm not a big fan of Goldberg, but I want to do it as an honorable mention. Another honorable mention is Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, and obviously Big Sexy Diesel, Kevin Nash. So guys, thanks for watching. That is my top 10. Let me know what your top 10 is down in the comments, and make sure to like this video. Guys, see you next video.